It's time to react. What's going on YouTube? One more time now. What's going on YouTube? What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Brad Steele channel. Steele Reactions Yataka is where it's happening. Thank you guys for joining me on the Bradical bandwagon today for another reaction video. Burnham, Can't Handle This KANYE rant. I watched it and I had so many thoughts on it. I showed it to Jacob Restituto. I showed it to King Family Reacts, and today I am showing it to my fiance. This is Emily, and she loves everything she's heard from Burnham before, but she has not heard this. She has not heard this. This is the finale of one of his Netflix specials back before, when he used to do the live shows in front of actual human beings. This is the finale of one of those, and I can't wait to hear what you think about this. Before we get to this, though, my new song and video for my song Kingdom of Me is out on my channel, just released last week, and I would really appreciate if you go check it out. I've been working on it for a long time. Here's a snippet of the video now. To destroy it all. Tearing down the walls, kicking down the doors. If you want to hear the full song, it's on all digital platforms, and if you want to watch the video, that's only available here. So please check it out. I hope you like my chain. Also, the red subscribe button is there for anybody who's not subscribed. If you enjoy my channel, I wish you would consider clicking the subscribe button, and then you're on the Bradical bandwagon for life, brother. Hope you're doing well today, Emily.
I'm doing good.
Ready to watch you some Burnham.
I sure am.
I have on a Burnham shirt. Let me turn that off. There's a Burnham shirt right here. All right. Without further ado, Can't Handle This KANYE rant. This is the finale of Make Happy on Netflix. Hitting play right now.
I went to Kanye West's recent tour, the Yeezus tour. It was a big, dramatic, theatrical show. He did something very strange at the end of his show where he ranted for like 20 minutes. It was kind of a rant, kind of a song. He had auto-tune on his voice, and there was an instrumental in the background. Like this instrumental. Talked about his problems.
The dead time after he goes, like this instrumental, and they all just sit there and stare at him. Look, it's so dramatic. Look at the pose we've stopped him in. I feel like I just showed this to everybody. Like, I showed it to Jacob and Dennis, and now I'm showing it to her. But like this, even though I love Inside, this may be my favorite thing by him that he's ever done.
Race, power. His $90 t-shirts weren't selling very well. That was most of it. And I watched this. I thought maybe I could do this. I'll be honest, my problems are not as high stakes as Kanye's, but I have problems. And maybe a crowd in New York would be nice enough to indulge me. So as we get to the end of a night of theater and comedy and sweaters coming on and off, I got one question for you. And that question is, can I say my New York? Can I say my I got lots of to say. I got lots of to say.
Yeah, so I think before we even get into this, I think you're going to hear a lot of vocal effects. The auto-tune and the effects on his voice, I think he's controlling it on stage himself, like at his feet. He's got like a pedal down there. But this is literally, I've literally looked into this so much because I was so fascinated by this song. And this is literally very close, at least, to what Kanye did to close his tour. Burnham is a big fan of Kanye West. So this is very close to what Kanye actually did, this kind of thing, except Kanye was ranting about the $90 t-shirts, whatever. But anyway, to the lighting here, get ready. It's just awesome.
I can't fit my hand inside a Pringle can. I have a huge amount of trouble fitting my hand inside of a Pringle can. I can get my hand like 4 inches into the can, but then I have to tilt the can into my mouth. But by that point, a bunch of crumbs have accumulated at the bottom of the can, so they all go spilling on my face. trying to say is the diameter of Pringle cans is way too small. I'll say it again, the diameter of Pringle cans is way too small. 2 radiuses of a Pringle can is way too small. If you feel me, put your hands up. Come on. If you feel me, put your hands up. Look at all these hands that are way too big to fit inside a Pringle can. Your hands are too big to fit inside a Pringle cans. Your hands are too big to fit inside a Pringle can. You think you can? I know you can. You think you can? Pringles, listen to the people. I am sure 90% of the complaint letters you get are about the width of your cans. Just make them wider. I've overdone the Pringles thing. Sorry.
It's like Jacob was saying when I showed it to him. I mean, people think of auto-tune and they're like, oh, people that can't sing have to use auto-tune. No, you even though it's auto-tune, you still have to be able to get some, be able to sing. And we know Bo Burnham can sing. But anyways, obviously you've seen enough Bo Burnham to know we're in this little goofy phase here with the Pringles can. Obviously, at some point, it's
going to get serious.
It's going to get serious and just take your soul and crush it in his hands. But the stuff about the Pringle can, very relatable, and I always love when he gets everybody to put their hands up and they think it's just like a part of whatever, and then
I will say I can't relate because my hand fits perfectly inside of a Pringles can.
For real.
It's my one party trick.
When I proposed to her, we had to get the ring resized to like
I thought you were about to say, when I proposed to her, I had her put a Pringles can.
Yeah.
I wanna have a daughter. Wanna have a daughter. So I can finally have someone around the house who can fit their hands in a Pringle can. Yes, I'm still on the Pringle can.
That's her. She's the daughter.
I'll move on, alright? But that is priority numero uno. I don't go to the gym because I'm self-conscious about my body. But I'm self-conscious about my body because I don't go to the gym. Irony can be so painful. That's a catch-22.
I love the breeze in his hair.
I went to Chipotle. Got myself a chicken burrito. I went down the line. I got like all these ingredients, and then at the end of the line, the guy tried to wrap the burrito, but half of the inside the burrito spilled out. He still wrapped it. I was like, dude, you should have warned me. You're a burrito expert. You should have told me halfway through, hey man, you might be reaching maximum burrito capacity here. Do you think I want a messy burrito? No one wants a messy burrito. The whole appeal of a burrito is that all of the ingredients are contained within the confines of the tortilla. I wouldn't have gotten half this shit I knew was going to fit in the burrito.
So, first of all, again, very relatable because
he just skipped all of the song portion of it. It's just like, it reminds me of that thing on TikTok where you can do that voice changing thing, and people are just telling stories.
Yep.
Which is always hilarious.
Yeah. So he's kind of,
and I know this happened before TikTok, so
right.
That's. So
he kind of has abandoned the melody, everything. He's just kind of ranting. Kanye rant.
He's not wrong, though. I hate when they do that. I'm like, look, I can do 3 things inside of a burrito, and it won't cause an issue.
What?
He's talking about burritos.
I know. Well, listen, we've got into it in the comments so much on the original video I did where I reacted to this, and the video with Jacob and Dennis. Everybody's got an opinion on this burrito thing. The first time everybody said that he had said that the whole burrito thing was an analogy for the fame and money he made, that it was too much and it was spilling out and he wouldn't have gotten half of it if he'd have known what a toll it was going to take. So then I acknowledged that in the video with Jacob and Dennis, and everybody's like, no, he didn't say that. And then everybody's getting mad at it. So listen, if that is what he meant, it was a lovely analogy. If it's not what he meant, no one wants a messy burrito. The message we take away.
It's Bo Burnham. I think quite literally he means a burrito.
Yeah, I mean, I could see it going both ways. I'm sure no matter what he meant, he enjoys his art being discussed, and people come up with new things for it.
He likes being discussed, I'm sure.
But
as we all do.
In addition to the Pringles and the burrito, the line about going to the gym, not going to the gym, self-conscious about literally.
Alright, look, I wouldn't have got the lettuce if I knew it wouldn't fit. Wouldn't have got the cheese if I knew it wouldn't fit. Wouldn't have got the peppers if I knew they wouldn't fit. I wouldn't have got half of it. Like, I'm okay with small mistakes. If you got no more chicken, I'll take pork. But I'll play my dad before I eat a burrito with a fork. Wouldn't have got the lettuce if I knew it wouldn't fit.
That's a great shot.
It's time that we break it down.
Here we go. So, as you can tell, we're about to delve off the side of the cliff. One thing I've always noticed, I've been meaning to ask, what is the scar on his face? He has a scar like right here by his nose. It's like a circular scar. Is there a story behind that? I'm sure somebody out there knows.
I didn't even notice.
It's a very subtle. It took me a while to notice it, but now it's like, I just wonder, because I didn't really see it in inside, so maybe it was just something in this. But either way, all right, here we go. This is where we take a turn.
I can sit here and pretend like my biggest problems are Pringle cans and burritos. The truth is my biggest problem's you. I want to please you, but I want to stay true to myself. I want to give you the night out that you deserve, but I want to say what I think and not care what you think about it. A part of me loves you, part of me hates you. Part of me needs you, part of me fears you, and I don't think that I can handle this right now. Handle this right now.
The music's like haunting in the background.
Handle this right now. I don't think that I can handle this right. I don't think that I can handle this right. I don't think that I can handle this right. Look at them, they're just staring at me like, come and watch the skinny kid with a steadily declining mental health, and laugh as he attempts to give you what he cannot give himself. Think that I can handle it.
That line gets me every time.
That's so sad.
That is just powerful. Very powerful. I just notice new things about it all the time. How it zooms in on just him for that section where it's like almost like inside, where it's just you and him, the viewer at home watching. I don't know if they meant to do that, but I love that. And I mentioned this with Jacob and Dennis. You know, I perform a lot. I'm on stage a lot, and like that section there spoke to me a lot about how, you know, you want to please the audience, but you want to stay true to who you are. You want to say how you feel, but you don't want, you know, people to be offended and walk away, you know. And I can imagine if I feel that on a much smaller scale than what he's at. I mean, he's got to feel like, what do I do? Like, these people paid good money to come here tonight, and I need to give them what they want, but, you know, I don't know. And that last line, laugh as he attempts to give you what he can't give himself. That just gets me every time. Because, I mean, I don't know if I mentioned this with Jacob and Dennis or not, but I mean, how many comedians, actors, musicians have we heard who were trying to make everybody else happy, and they weren't even happy? You know, they were miserable the whole time. You know, Robin Williams comes to mind. There's some others that tried to make other people feel better than how they felt, you know. Oh gosh, but that's I think it's the most powerful line that he has in any song that he's done, is that last line. Any thoughts before we keep going?
I agree with everything you said.
I
could not have said it better. Like, I'm kind of speechless at this point. I'm just trying to figure out what else he's gonna say.
I don't think that I can handle this right, but they don't even know the half of this right,
but they don't even know the half of it. But I know I'm not a doctor, I should probably just shut up and do my job. So here I go. When I got the lettuce in my
Love that shot.
When I got the cheese in my nose. When I got the peppers in my nose. When I got that.
And we've all acknowledged this. He just talked about how sometimes he's just trying to make people happy when he's not even happy, and then he goes back into the lettuce and the cheese and the peppers, and they all just start, yay, woohoo! He just said I should probably shut up and do my job, and then he starts doing his little shtick about the burrito again, and then woo, yeah, and they all start cheering. And I'm not mad at these people for cheering because I get it, it's entertainment, but you're at the same time you're like, he just said.
I don't think they're cheering because he went back into the funny part. I think they're cheering because they realized that he just spoke his mind, and they're supporting him.
Yeah, I mean, that could be it.
Letting him know that, hey,
she always looks for the best in people.
We support you. We hear what you're saying. And because he's repeating this, they've already heard this part, so they feel like they can cheer.
Yeah.
Because I felt the need to, be like, look, I got you, dude. You can go up here and fart on stage, and I would support you no matter what. Because I think you're insanely talented and all that. And I think they feel the same way. I mean, they wouldn't have spent the money.
Yeah.
If they didn't know how he was. And
in a practical sense, I mean, that's an amazing image of the light coming from behind him. So, I mean, they may just be cheering for that spectacle of,
Could be. Everyone's probably cheering about something else. Somebody probably thought of a dog and was like...
Yeah.
You can tell them anything if you just make it funny, make it rhyme. And if they still don't understand you, then you run it one more time. Think that I can handle this right. Handle this right. Handle this right. And you don't even know the half of this right now. Right now. Handle this right. Handle this right. Handle this right now. Thank you. Good night. I hope you're happy.
Oh.
You can see there's a moment in it where it's kind of like you can tell that the crowd has gone away to him, and he's just kind of journaling vocally. Yeah. Because, I mean, as an artist performer, there are times where, especially with theater, because I'm not a musical, a singer performer, but I've been in musicals, I've been in plays. There are times when, you're so into your character or so into the words that you're saying that everything else kind of goes away, and you realize you don't feel the crowd there anymore, and you don't see the people watching you, and you're just kind of soaking in the words that you're saying and what you're hearing. And then, you have to snap out of it at some point. You're like, oh, crap. Yeah. People are watching me. Well, you can see that he got so into it in a few parts there that you can tell the crowd probably slipped away.
And didn't I think you guys said that he admitted to having a panic attack, after this performance, went backstage and just cried for 2 hours, and, this is what led to him stopping performing for 5 years, because that was happening, every night, as he sang that song. This is the song right after that in the, finale. I didn't even plan on doing this part, but this is very cool too, and I don't know if this is going to be the actual video or what. I just typed it in on YouTube. The first thing came up.
Now the show is done. I hope that you had gut trembling or something resembling fun, and if you watch this thing alone, you probably didn't laugh, but maybe a few times you exhaled out of your nose.
That's what she just did when he said that.
That's fair, but either way, could you find a little more time for a parting questionnaire? On a scale from 1 to 0, are you happy? 'Cause you're on your own from here, so are you happy? I'm open to suggestions. Are you happy?
I love on a scale of 1 to 0. Are you happy? It's you either are or you're not. You can't be halfway happy, God, that'd be a good song lyric. Don't anybody steal it. I'm gonna do it. But like, I love the idea that, you know, the special's over now. So if you're not happy, if I couldn't make you happy, you're on your own from here. You know, that's very powerful. And fun fact, this is, she hasn't seen it yet, but this is the same room that he filmed Inside in. So
yeah, I've seen like snippets of like parts from that video, and someone was like, yeah, that first, they were like, wow, he really was working on this for so long, because like at the beginning of the video he's like clean cut, clean shaven. They're like, yeah, because that's part of the video from his last special.
Yeah, this
and
is it.
He transitioned into Inside from that.
Yep.
Really wanna try to get happy, and I think that I could get it if I didn't always panic every time I'm unhappy. I'm owed some life where I'm always like happy, which is stupid because I wouldn't even want it if I got it. Wait, oh God, my dad was right.
Jeez. He's very open about, there's something with him and his dad. I mean, obviously him and his mom are great, but he talked about in his FaceTime with my mom on Inside, he talked about his dad. He's just kind of on the outs with him, maybe. The one lyric's powerful about, maybe I'd be happy if I didn't panic every time I'm unhappy. And we talked about that when I heard this before. Like, when you have a moment where you're unhappy, your mind tells you it's always going to be like this. You're always going to be unhappy, and so you freak out. When it's like, if you just realize it's just a moment, it's not going to last forever. You know, very, very, and he does this thing all the time where he kind of speeds up and picks up the intensity, and then he pulls back. You know.
So if you know or ever knew how to be happy, on a scale from 1 to 2 now, are you happy? You're everything you hated. Are you happy? Hey look ma, I made it. Are you happy?
It's a very Coldplay-esque piano riff. And this is how Inside start. This video is kind of like buffering, but that's how it was uploaded. Well, I wish it would have shown that. There you go.
Is that his wife?
Girlfriend, I believe. Yeah, so, I mean, I took that as him. Whoops, we're not going to watch the whole catalog of Bo Burnham, but I mean, I kind of took that as him kind of ending on a happy note, saying, hey, I'm happy. I got her, and I've got this child, and...
Could be also him saying that even if you have, like, everything that you want, doesn't necessarily make you happy.
You'll still have moments.
Because someone with a mental illness...
Yeah.
I know for a fact, just because you might think you have everything that you want doesn't necessarily make you happy.
Yeah.
I would say I'm happy, though, genuinely.
Yeah. Whoa, that's just
you.
so beautiful.
So much, you make me happy, you do.
If you ever embarrass me like that
in
on
front
YouTube,
of my YouTube followers, the subscribers.
we usually do it better than that. Thank you guys for joining us. That turned into a 23.5-minute video. Yeah, Bo Burnham always brings out the long videos. Thank you guys. Kingdom of Me, link to it should be on your screen right now. Red subscribe button's there. Thank you guys. Take it in, soak it up.
Bye, everybody.